Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cordamt. We are back for some more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous in Azlanti and Unfair. We are in the Bad Luck Tavern in Alushinira, the demon city in the Abyss. We just finished talking to a bunch of people here, and I guess my main objective right now is to... I want to go and deal with Minagho, which I feel like I should have a quest for, but I apparently don't really have a quest for it. It's kind of strange. Oh, wait. I do. Never mind. It's an errand. So, let's try and go for this. I think we're exiting the tavern from the other door. No, I'm wrong. So, I came from here. I want to go to the other door because I want to go to the other side of the city. So, this would mean we exit from this side. We are still fully buffed, essentially. Let's see what we find here. Some loot. We have a way to go up. We want to be careful about finding large numbers of demons kind of coupled together in the street, because those could mean a fight. Not in this case, apparently. And this is Minagho's hideout. So we're gonna find Minagho here, and we're gonna fight Minagho here. And the reason why we know about this is because we got approached by a demon around this area, saying that Minagho had hired him to kill us. But through our powers of persuasion and intimidation, we proved that we are the superior person, I guess. And the demon decided we should kill Minagho instead. So he didn't actually fight us, he just told us where she was so he could come and kill her. We have our... I'm gonna replenish my haste, actually.
Don't care.
I'm gonna get more haste. I'm gonna make myself invisible. I'm not gonna go...
Let's move already.
I guess if I use up a lot of freedom of movement, I can't invis him. It's not a major deal because she can do it. And I'm not gonna go too overboard with buffs here. She's not gonna be that much of a problem, I don't think. So as long as we have our protections and we have our haste, we should be more than fine. Let's go. Say hello to the bitch. She's gonna be around there. She's gonna have some friends. So the smart approach here would be to do something like, before actually talking to her, we can drop something like Creeping Doom in the area. If you feel like this fight is getting hard for you and you have access to something like Guarded Earth, you could also pop it here, since we have the chance to actually do it before the fight starts. I don't find it necessary, so I'm gonna go without it. So let's move in. I want to make sure that I am going in first. And there she is. That's him! Don't let him near me! Kill him! I'll pay you double! Triple! Did you hit the lily too? Let's finish this mortal. Okay, so what we have here? We have a couple of sellsword rangers, Minagho's bodyguards, and Minagho herself. These guys are nothing too special. And I'm guessing that my swarms are gonna handle them quite well. And Minagho has 66 AC, 48 flat-footed. Is she immune to mind affecting? She does have heroism greater, which makes her immune to fear. Yeah, so she cannot be shaken. But if I could remove this... Well, let's see. I might want to cast a corrupt magic here for fun. In the meantime, we're gonna have... I wanted to swap something here. I wanted to start playing around with Phantasmal Putrefaction, see if I can actually make this work to my advantage instead of this, but I forgot to swap the spell. It's okay. I'm just gonna go for this. We have our Creeping Doom on top of them. I'm gonna go for a Phantasmal Web as well. Scylla I can make you fly on top of Minagho. Because the one thing I don't like about her is she's probably gonna cast something like Waves of Exhaustion. If it's fatigue, I don't care. But if it's exhaustion, I do care. At the same time, she might just shred.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
She might just shred through Big Bird. Plus 60. 65. Yeah, she's likely gonna kill him. So let's not do that. Just go and fight whatever. I will send my main character though on top of her. And see how this goes. Cordampina. I guess we can toss out a Firestorm. To start using this. Empowered one. Actually, is this empowered? Level 6 only, so we cannot empower it actually. Makes me sad. Just use a normal one then. I do want Scylla to cast Mark of Justice on her though. To make things go a little bit smoother. I am not going to rage yet. Because I want to try and get a corrupt magic in before that. I will rage after that's done. Okay. So Creeping Doom's going in. Draining them. Casting Haste. Casting some kind of confusion spell, which I don't like. So I guess maybe I'll do this on you. Okay, so I'm running in. Is she casting Sleep? I am undead, woman, so you cannot sleep me. I'll take it though. Let's look at this. Disabled. 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 This is the power of Creeping Doom right here. Yeah, so Slumber is not gonna work. I triggered the trap. Which I don't know what it did. We have our Firestorm coming out from Cordampina. Dealing 140 damage, which is nothing to scoff at. Very decent damage. But for right now, you can just start the fight. You are casting your web. I guess Big Bird is blocking the path for for my Scald here. Okay, okay. Wait, this is happening very quickly and I'm not seeing what's happening. I think she got Mark of Justice. Yeah, she did. My main character is about to act very, very soon. Let me see here. So I am missing her. I am going to go for a quickened corrupt magic on her. Okay. It went off because we can see it right here in the middle of everything that's going on. Corrupt magic. And let's look at the power of corrupt magic. I cast corrupt magic and I dispelled everything except Cat's Grace. Because I'm rolling with a bonus of 20. Right, because my caster level is 18 and we also have Dark Rites, which means our caster level goes up even higher for an additional +2. So with +20, we dispelled basically everything. The difficulty rating was 23, so everything got dispelled. So she had around, what, like 67 AC, I think? Let's look at her now. She now has no buffs, with the exception of Cat's Grace and Freedom of Movement. She only has 41 AC, and look at these ratings here. And she is no longer immune to mind-affecting stuff. So she should get shaken in a second here. Dude, everything is so goddamn thick. Nobody can actually move. Okay, but she should die very quickly now. Yeah, she's starting to get hit. Are you raging? You are raging. So now... we are attacking with a plus 60. And we're targeting an AC of 23. Notice the penalty from Corrupt Magic, 13. This is massive. Okay, this is massive. So yeah, so why is Corrupt Magic, in my opinion, the best spell in the game? Or at least one of them? That's why. She's no longer an issue. She's dead. She's just dead. Everything's dying. And the fight's done. What are you? The demoness shrieks, backing away from you on unsteady hooves. I can't kill you, can't deceive you, can't escape. Not even here in the abyss. Her voice is almost a wail now, and her eyeless face is streaked with red tears that run from Baphomet's mark. It is embarrassing to think that this creature was once hailed as the mistress of Drezen and the bane of Mindev. Your power proved to be as fragile as your self-esteem. How swiftly you fell. What's that mark on your face? Minagho's face twists in a grimace of horror and hatred. A brand, Baphomet's brand. And yours too. He branded me my master, but he branded me for my failure in Canabres. He took my powers, he maimed my face. Wait. The damn thing hurts all the time. He said the mark would stay with me and I would keep bleeding until I spilled the blood of the one who caused me to fail in Canabres. Minagho licks her lips and gives you a slanted grin. If only you would take pity on a poor demon and let me bring your head to Lord Baphomet, the pain would finally stop. Yeah, sure. We're gonna do that, right? So you'll be in pain until you kill me? Yes. But how am I supposed to do that when the brand has taken away half my powers? I can't do what's being asked of me, I just can't. And I'll never win back the favor of my lord and Hepsamira. Tell me about the demons who command you. I serve Lord Baphomet, the Great Deceiver, who outwitted the Prince of Darkness, Asmodeus himself. He is cruel, my lord is. Cruel, imperious, cunning, and unstoppable. Deskari started the invasion of your world, but without the help of my master, he and his swarms of locusts would have done nothing on Galarian. Deskari's demons only know how to eat and kill. We, the servants of Baphomet, follow another path. The grimiest, most devious of all the paths that have ever been laid. I have been one of Baphomet's finest servants for hundreds of years. Hepsamira herself, his favorite daughter and priestess, took me to her bosom. But see how my loyal service has ended? When no one else can see me, I howl from the pain in my mark. I'm forced to grovel before pathetic idiots and witless warhounds. And here I am, begging for mercy from a mortal. We can let her go, and, you know, since we are a good person and we are lawful good, or we strive to be lawful good, we're gonna kill the bitch. She doesn't deserve to leave, she deserves to die. You won't run from me anymore. Fine, fine, kill me, at least I won't have to run from you anymore. And she is dead. So again, it has been requested to me by a couple of viewers that when we go for these, you know, higher profile fights, to go a little bit over the combat log and see exactly how things happened. But again, I will say that the most important thing here, let me see if I can just find my corrupt magic again. So the main difference here is knowledge and using our tools to the best of our abilities, right? What was a trap, by the way? It doesn't say. It just says trap triggered. Okay. So yeah, Cordon Pin is dealing a decent amount of damage here. Not as high as it could go if it were bolstered and empowered and stuff like that, but for right now, this is what we have. And once we look at my corrupt magic, so many things happen in this game, holy crap. One day. There we go. So yeah, essentially the main things that happen in this fight, even throughout this entire log, are I was careful not to use my Inspired Rage until I had cast my spell, because at this stage in the game, we still cannot cast spells while under Rage. So if I had started this up before the fight, I would not be able to cast my spells. As we can see right here, because currently we are benefiting from the Inspired Rage effect. Now, for this fight, it wouldn't be that much of an issue because Minagho doesn't have such a prohibitive amount of AC. So simply my attack bonus coupled with Rage, coupled with Mark of Justice would finish it off quite easily, I think. But I kind of wanted to show off the power of Corrupt Magic. So I made sure I wasn't enraged and I waited for my round to begin. Now, instead of spending my entire round casting Corrupt Magic, because this is a standard action, right? It would consume my round. I couldn't attack in this round. What I did was I used my Quicken Rod, my Greater Quicken Rod, to cast the spell as a swift action. That way, I can cast my spell and still go for a full attack action. Which means I am weakening Minagho and I am killing Minagho in the same round, which is much more efficient. So she started off as somebody with 67 AC, right? Because she had all of this. Dexterity bonus, Bark Skin, Ice Plant, Mage Armor, Shield of Faith, a bunch of stuff, Foresight. And this can be somewhat annoying to go through. I had a plus 52, I could still hit her on a somewhat higher roll. I could turn off Power Attack, I could turn on my Rage, which would give me a lot of attack bonus. But, so I would eventually be able to kill her like that. But, from 67, casting Corrupt Magic, we dispelled pretty much everything, except Cat's Grace. Which means, our next attacks are targeting 23. So I'm even gonna bring up my calculator here, because I suck at... Oops, I kind of silenced my voice here for a second. I hope I didn't mess everything up. Okay, give me a second, please. Okay, sorry. I am back. I wanted to check if I had been muted this entire time. Thankfully, I wasn't. Like I was saying, we reduced Minagho's AC by 44. Do you know of any other way to remove 44 AC in a single instant? Because I don't. So, by using Corrupt Magic and removing her buffs, we get a minus 13 penalty on her AC, just because of that. And by removing her buffs, we also make her a lot more vulnerable. She will lose the bonuses from the buffs, obviously. And also, very importantly, it removed Heroism Greater, which I can see, I think, around here. Because Heroism Greater makes her immune to fear. By making her immune to fear, she is also immune to Shaken. And by being immune to Shaken, we could not actually use Shatter Defenses. And, not only that, we also removed True Seeing. So, if she doesn't have True Seeing, and I am invisible, which I am, we are targeting flat-footed AC. So, just by using Corrupt Magic, we removed 44 AC from Minagho, making us just win the fight on the spot. Because every single attack after this is a hit, 135 damage. We even dispelled... Ooh, you can dispel the effect of Corrupt Magic? That's kinda sucky. I gotta be aware of this. But yeah, we dispelled Cat's Grace, which is funny. But to dispel corrupt magic, it's using a different difficulty rating, so it's not as likely. But this would still suck. So another attack from me, land. So again, 55 bonus against 23. It's a crit. We deal 435 damage, and I think she just dies. She didn't die? She did not die. Hit again, and I think this time she died. Because we have the experience over here. Yeah, so basically, that's the fight. Corrupt magic being awesome, and just killing the bitch with our buffs. What else do we have? I think the enemies also cast some phantasmal webs. But that's not a big deal at this point. Minagho has a couple of items. Let me look at her items first. She has an Amulet of Mighty Fist +3. We can give this to Mike. Vast Intelligence +4. Ring of Protection +3. Ring of Luck and Cloak of Resistance. So nothing too special, honestly. But I do believe it is better than what you have. This thing, yeah. Nice little buff. Wait, let me see something. Ah, no, it's fine. Okay, so we get that. My Creeping Doom is taking dexterity damage. I don't care about it.
Follow me or don't.
Yeah, so the fight is done. As you can see, it wasn't too hard. And where do I go now? Because that's always a question I have when playing in this act, is I don't know where to go. This would lead me into a new place, I think. Right? No. Damn it, stop. Okay, so where am I going? Beggars, beggars, beggars. Citizens. Here we can go up. If I turn the camera in a certain way, like this. Oh, game. God damn you. Oh, we just... Okay, we just went around. Okay, so let's explore a little bit more of the village. The village? I think I'm drunk. Let's explore a little bit more of the city. By going to into the Bad Luck Tavern. And from here, we can go for the upper area of the slums through here. And I also like to kind of go through the city and clear out as many combat encounters as possible. So that later I don't have to worry about that. This would be a way of moving to the next area of the city, but I'm gonna go a different route. You can also basically climb stuff to move around the city, which I will mostly be using. Ember. Walking down the street in Alushinira, you see Ember. She's sitting on the ground, surrounded by demons, shielding a scrawny babao who looks like he's been beaten. Why are you doing this to him? You're hurting him. Hey, you little ragamuffin, we'll beat you up too. Who are you anyway? I'm just a mortal, weak and silly. Compared to you, I'm a mayfly. One moment I'm here, the next I'm gone. But you'd better listen to what I tell you because I've lived more than you have. You tell them, Ember. Listen to her carefully. This might be the most important thing you hear in your entire lives. Yeah, right. We've always dreamed of listening to what a charred piece of meat has to say. The demon draws close to the girl and looks her over with contempt. What's with all the riddles? What do you mean you've lived more than us? It's very simple. I haven't lived very long, but I have friends. Those I can protect. Those who are glad to see me. There are many sad things, but I still know what happiness is. But you, beating, biting, feeding, hating each other, are you really happy? And if you aren't, is this any kind of life? So, yeah, I've lived a lot, but you've spent centuries and centuries without really living. Bah! This mortal brat, this lump of meat, is going to preach to us. The demon gives a predatory sniff, bends down and shows off his mouth filled with sharp teeth. You know what makes me happy? Gobbling up tasty pieces of meat like you. Ember looks at him serenely. She reaches out and strokes his horned head with her burned palm. Poor thing, you are so hurt and scared all the time. You feel a bit better for a while when you torture others and forget about your suffering, but is that really happiness? The demon recoils from her touch. There is a combination of surprise and terror on his fearsome face. Are you crazy or something? The demons stand around Ember. Their faces show caution and rapacious interest. It is clear that they are slightly afraid of the strange girl who shows no fear, but at the same time they see no obvious threat. Okay, so we have good, lawful, and evil. Ember, this demon is wounded. Words are all well and good, but let's help him. Oh, you're right. How embarrassing. There. Ember whispers a spell and the demon's wounds heal.
Yes.
Does it make a lot of sense to be healing demons at this stage in the game? Not really, but for Ember I'll do anything. The Babao jumps up and runs away from Ember and the demons who were beating him. Screw you, I owe you nothing. Of course you don't. Ember smiles serenely. I helped you for no reason, just because I wanted to. I hope you'll be alright. Ha! For no reason? You're stupid. No one does anything without reason. She's a witch. Probably wants to sell us something. Some magic potions or herbs. Come on, show us. What do you have? What? No, I'm not selling anything. I just wanted to tell you how much you're missing. I mean, you're free, freer than anyone in the world, but you use this freedom to make life miserable for yourself and everyone else. Just think how much happier you could be. Ember keeps preaching. The demons listen, occasionally interrupting with laughter and obscene jokes. Finally, they grow bored and walk away. They left. Do you think they understood anything? I'll just keep going for good options. If anyone in the world can convince a demon to repent, it's you, Ember. Thank you, but it's not about me. There is kindness in every creature, even in demons. They just forgot about it for some reason. You know, I was thinking. I tried sending prayers to the demon lords and I tried talking to demons in the street. But one of the demon lords lives right here in this city. Nocticular, right? What if I try to talk to her? Not through prayer, but in person. You're going to meet her sooner or later, aren't you? Please take me with you. I'm sure if we meet face to face like you and I are talking right now, I'll be able to convince her to stop being so mean. You'll take me to her, promise? I'll take you to her. And again, I do like Ember quite a bit. I think she's very interesting as a character. Law Religion 42 DC. This is a very high roll. It's a very high roll that I'm not sure if I can achieve right now. I can try to go for it with advantage and the Vesperilio thingy. But I'm gonna leave this for later because I kind of want to show this thing off. What this means is there will be several law religion checks throughout the city, and they are quite difficult to obtain. And once you have a couple of items, you can interact with this, and you will have a couple of fights, which will then lead into a major final fight. And I think for the most part, you're gonna get some useful items out of it, and some experience. So I want to go for them, but I'm gonna leave them for right now. I don't want to spend a lot of time right now just trying to buff up my skill checks. So we're gonna leave that for later.
No reason to pause.
Wait.
Follow me.
Illusionary guests. They don't matter. Citizen. I think this is the entrance to the Battle Bliss Arena. I believe this is a fight. So I'm gonna move my main character forward first.
Now what?
Am I still hasted? I am. Okay. That's some heated dope and no mistake. I feel like I could rip the head off of anyone. Hey you outsider, how about I rip your head off? You can try. So we have a bard. We have a bunch of meaningless enemies here. Although they are charging at somebody, which I hate. I'm gonna go for the charging guy. I'm gonna have Camellia shoot at the bard.
Wide open.
I think you two can just chill out. You are gonna act soon. So I'm thinking about flying over here. Try and drop them with an AoE trip. I could have raged beforehand, I forgot. Go there.
Hear you cry.
That's about it. These are just whatever fights. They're all dead. Awesome. Turn off the rage. What do we have? Game, please. Thank you. Is this a special bow? It looks like a special bow. Deadeye. This is actually one of the best bows in the game, I think. Whenever the wielder of this +4 axiomatic composite longbow lands the first hit in a round against an enemy more than 30 feet away, the enemy will suffer a penalty to AC for 2 rounds. And this is very useful because, well, it's a +4 composite longbow, so it's already quite good. It's axiomatic, which will deal more damage against chaotic creatures, and most enemies in the game are chaotic evil. So you can make a decent use out of this. And notice, this does not have a saving throw, and it does not require a critical hit. It's just a hit. So this is very useful. In my party, nobody really using longbows, but if I was, it would be a very good longbow to use. We have a knowledge world over here, check.
I'm the best.
The signs on the wall indicate that a drug merchant can be found here. In the abyss, there are many poisons that can plunge mortals and even demons into nightmares. Okay. So the Battle Bliss Arena, we can kind of go there. I cannot use this yet. I still need to have the coin, I think. So I'm gonna go into the arena and see if I can get the coin at least. I don't think I want to start the fights just yet. I'm just thinking about the sequencing of some quests. That's why I'm kind of curious about things. Geocaught, this was the guy outside. A handsome young man with tousled black hair strolls casually towards the demon surgeon. Oh, master of stitches, artist of the scalpel, and genius of the surgical profession. Tell me, is your heart free? The young man has a glove puppet on his hand, a dragon made of rags with buttons for eyes. He raises it up and begins to ventriloquize loudly. His voice is surprisingly deep. Also, do you have an hour of free time tonight? How about a romantic dinner? What is this about? Hey, be careful. He'll dissect you in a heartbeat. You won't have any organs left by the time he's done with you. The young man gives you a sly wink and continues his conversation with the demon. Arena healer. No, I would not say that my heart is free. Right now it contains 3 copper rods, 200 grams of enchanted quicksilver, and a fair dose of lamb liver extract. He pauses and gives the young man an appraising glance. But I could give you an hour or 2 of my time, for something other than dinner. Has anyone ever told you that you have beautiful smooth skin? I happen to be in need of some. Jesus. The young man deftly steps aside to avoid the demon's outstretched claws. He jots something down in his notebook. Okay, and off he goes. Like I was saying, I'm thinking about the sequencing of some quests. Because this is actually the place where you can find Soziel's brother. So we're gonna pick up the loot here. Talk to the healer. A demon in a blood-spattered apron fussily shoves a few foul-looking chunks of flesh into his apron pockets. His fingers are fitted with horrible steel claws, and you hear the unpleasant sound of metal on metal as he slides them against one another like scissors. He looks up in your direction with an insane grin, and his voice makes your skin crawl. Are you one of the gladiators? Do you need a healer? Or are you here because you want to become more powerful? Now, this is actually very important. Can you make me stronger? The healer looks at you eagerly. You hear the shrill screech of metal against metal as he rubs his steel claws together excitedly. Ah, for 30,000 gold I'll stitch you up into something better. Much, much better. So, no deal. Now, I say no deal, not because of the 30,000 gold. This guy will give you a buff It's a passive buff and a permanent buff that can be very, very powerful. Now, I don't exactly well, I can check. Give me a second. Okay, so I have the details right here. So he buffs you with something called the Demon Graft. Now, Demon Graft gives you a +2 AC natural bonus, which should stack with everything else. +2 to all saves, inherent bonus, so it also stacks with everything else right now. +2 to concentration, +2 to spell penetration, +2 to difficulty class of spells, +2 to attack bonus, +2 to damage, and that's all of the upsides. It's all upside up to this point. So basically a +2 to everything, which is awesome. But you enter a frenzy and you will attack the nearest creature if your health drops below 20%. Now, I would say that if you are playing a regular playthrough, not Last Azlanti, this is something you should take, because it gives you a massive buff. And if you are, and for the most part, you will typically have your main character in a healthy state, right? You don't want to go below 20% HP basically ever. And if it happens, you know, you can just load the game. In Last Azlanti, even if I can try to make sure I'm healthy all the time and never go beneath or below 20% HP, it can still eventually happen, especially while playing on Unfair. Maybe somebody casts Destruction on me and lands like a hit for 400 damage, something of that sort. It can bring me down to a very low amount of HP. And Last Stand can save me, but it will not save me from the Frenzy effect. And my main character is a massive killer. So if this guy goes Frenzy, he can just murder my entire party very quickly. And we lose the fight that way, and we can just end the run that way, and I don't want that. So I'm not going to use the Demon Graft in a Last Azlanti run, basically ever. This is just me playing defensively. What you can also do is, if you have Nenio in your party, you can give the Demon Graft to her. And on her, it can actually be a very, very good thing to have. Because if she goes into a frenzy, I don't care. What is she gonna do? Shoot her crossbow at me? Nobody cares, right? And it will still give her very decent buffs, even as a spellcaster. So on her, it would be very good. On a main character such as mine, right now, which can kill the entire party with his axe, I'm gonna say no. We're not using Nenio, so we're not gonna benefit from this. So who are you? Don't think I care too much about this. He does sell some stuff. Some potions, some scrolls. I can take all of these. That's about it. So take that. We can sell some bulk as well. Actually, we picked up some stuff from enemies recently. So I can sell, like, Jesus, I can sell, no. I can sell 8 of those. This can go, this can go, this can go, this can go, go. These can go, these can go. I can sell 4 of these. Is this new? I didn't notice this. What is this? Seasoned Assassin's Armor, Light Armor. You have total concealment against all range attacks, which is very nice. Weapon and touch. Whenever you receive a critical hit from a range attack, you gain DR10 against everything. However, receiving a critical hit in melee combat makes you prone for 1 round. Ah, that is very bad. I'll never use this. See, I'm trying to hoard less, friends. I'm trying to hoard less. I'm selling my crap. I will also never use this, so go away. Okay. I have to go. And what do you say? A stern but tired-looking tiefling observes you politely. His clothes look expensive but tasteful. He's carrying a large bag and every once in a while it moves and twitches as if something is inside. Welcome to the Battle Bliss Arena. My name is Zeklex. I am the arena steward. Irmangaleth is the master of the arena, but I help him manage its affairs. You look like you're new here. Did you come to spectate the fights or to participate in them? The tiefling has a surprisingly open and honest face. After all these demons, you look strangely normal. The tiefling looks you up and down with the calm professionalism of a person doing an unpleasant job with diligence. You wield both blade and magic. Yeah, I do. A classic approach for the arena. Most of our gladiators do the same to a greater or lesser extent. The broader your arsenal, the lower the chance you'll face an insurmountable opponent. Irmangaleth. I remember a demon called Irmangaleth. He was vile, cunning murderer. He had a way with words that was just as deadly as his skill in battle. There's a rustling sound from within the tiefling's bag and an imp peeks his head out to look at you. He has large drooping ears and stares at you with its huge bulking eye, or unblinking eyes. Then, as if suddenly shy, he darts back into the bag and vanishes from sight. Okay, so I'll just go through this, which I don't care too much about. So who is that imp, though? This is Crow, he's my business partner. He also happens to be my familiar. I have no idea how he wound up in the abyss, but he's not had an easy time of it either. If our paths hadn't crossed, we'd both be dead by now. He's probably the only one I truly trust. The imp finishes with beneath your gaze and finally darts back down into the bag to hide. It is odd to see an imp, an infernal creature, here in the abyss. The fundamentally chaotic energy of this place must be repugnant to a creature born on the plane of order and evil. Yeah, because we're dealing with... Because the imp is a devil? Because devils are more aligned to order, or more lawful, and demons are chaotic. Your imp is an infernal creature. How has he managed to survive here in the abyss? It's nice to meet a person who knows the difference between an imp and a quasit. Yes, Crow is a devil. Yeah, I know some stuff. Though a lesser one. I have no idea how he ended up here, but at the same time we met... he was extremely unwell. Staying in the abyss is not much easier for him than staying underwater would be. For a mortal. So that's how I spent the first real money I managed to earn here. On this fine, stolen to order bag. It's had magic symbols sewn inside it that makes its interior bearable for Crow. Oh, he's friendly. I want to talk to Irmangaleth. The imp pokes his head out of the bag in surprise. You seem to have aroused curiosity. His sad, drooping ears perk up with excitement and he stares at you with his big, round eyes. You wish to speak with Irmangaleth? I'm afraid that's impossible. Irmangaleth never communicates with anyone except his most trusted aides, and Gelderfang is under strict orders to kill anyone who tries to talk to his master without permission. Irmangaleth believes that minimizing his contact with the outside world will make the audience in the arena want him even more. Okay. I want to learn more about the Battle Bliss. I'll just go through it. Strongest fighter is Gelderfang. Okay, so yeah, right now we're not gonna go for the fight. We are mainly exploring the city. I think we've cleared everything here. Okay. So now we're gonna go to another area of the city. And I'm mostly aiming to get to the flesh market. Because in the flesh markets we have some very interesting fights. And we also have a lot of gold to spend. Because they sell some very powerful items. Very, very powerful items in the flesh market. I did not get a coin, which makes me sad. I'm trying to see if I can climb up somewhere. Because I should be able to. Go down. Thank you.
What's that there?
A trap. Where? There. Okay, that's for later. This would be the main way to get up. But I'm sure there's another one, right? Ah, there we go. Athletics 36, we should have more than enough for this. I believe. Actually, I want this like this. Yeah. Character. Yeah, we have 45 athletics. Let's go up.
Well, it's done now.
It's done. We can go back down with mobility. I smell a trap here.
You can trust me.
No? Okay.
I am helpful, am I not?
No trap, but we got the librarian's cloak. This cloak grants its wearer a +10 competence bonus on use magic device skill checks. It also increases the effective caster level by 4 when using scrolls. That is quite nice. Especially for someone like Nenio, if you keep her as a scroll savant. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And I think we can go up from here as well. It looks like these rooftops can be used to bypass the guards and get to the streets above. Yeah, like I said. We can bypass those guards and just go above. So we will. Athletics 40, it's still free. And we have now reached a new area of the city. And I think this is the area that has the flesh market. I know. Okay, so we can go down with mobility. By the way, if I wanted to go down... I still have 36. Which should be more than sufficient, especially if I also use this. Lasts for 1 hour. Yeah, sure. But for right now, we just want to go up. So let's go up. Oh, no, wait. There is loot here. I almost missed it.
I managed it.
Okay, so where are we? We are in the middle city.
Now, what is that?
A trap right here. Okay, so with all of my huge people I can barely see. Where it... There.
I hope you appreciate
We will win this war.
Okay, we have guards over here. Something tells me that I'm gonna get ambushed here. I think I remember being ambushed here.
I'm losing my temper.
So everybody stop.
Don't need anyone.
Give me a haste. Invis yourself just in case.
Battles away.
Rage. Now let's go.
I appreciate privacy.
I was correct. Okay. Mutasafen, I don't know how to read his name. Mutasafen. This demon looks frail and sickly, especially in comparison to the mighty entourage that surrounds him. His voice sounds dull and tired, but his demeanor is calm and self-assured. He clearly believes himself to be in full control of the situation. A mortal with mythic abilities? How fortunate you have made your way into the abyss. Moreover, you have come to Alushinira, which makes things even more convenient for me. Yes, what a stroke of luck. You see, I needed to be my test subject. No. Who are you? The demon remains silent for a moment. Either he is hesitant to reveal his name or he simply enjoys prolonging the suspense. I am Mutasafen. I am, at present, Epzamira's most trusted alchemist. I am on an urgent mission for her. Perhaps you can even guess what it is. Xanter Vang was working on something similar in your world wound. Of course, it was a mistake to entrust such work to someone who wasn't a demon. He did not fully appreciate the honor he had been given. No wonder his enhanced demons couldn't protect him, but it does not matter. I am superior to him in all respects, and I keep better pets. Are you sure about that? Surely it's dangerous for such Valentine's to stroll around Lushinira ambushing enemies. Mutasafen's voice remains flat and indifferent. Believe it or not, I am in absolutely no danger. You need me to be what? Something to study, take apart, test. For the first time you hear enthusiasm in a demon's voice. You see, I actually like you very much, though I doubt my way of expressing it will bring you much enjoyment. I'm afraid the demons you've met previously have given you the wrong impression about our kind. You may think we only want to poison and destroy, especially when it comes to crusaders and their leaders. But that's not who I am. I am a different breed. I love everything that is new, unexplored and untested. And I'm quite positive that if I get enough of your blood and tissue, I can create something new and unique for them. Angels, for example, make excellent fuel for our machines. What uses could be found for such an unusual mortal? So, are you gonna attack me or... Yes, let's get started, shall we? He turns around. Servants, you don't have to take this specimen alive, I just need the body. So yeah, we have a fight right here. Now, I believe this fight for the most part is not anything too special. I believe the main thing here is a couple of things. The Vroks can daze you, which can be annoying. I believe my being undead will also make me immune to daze, but I am not entirely sure. Other than that, you know, the Metaliths can be somewhat annoying if they end up in your backline. In this case, that's not an issue. And then Mutasafen, or Mutasafen, I don't know, Mutasafen. He is a level 4 rogue, mythic, level 16 alchemist and level 3 outsider, 600 HP. He has a couple of things here, but nothing too special. Sin Frenzy. Every Cambion carries an excessive capacity for one of the 7 classical sins, determined at the moment of the Cambion's birth and depending on the nature of his humanoid parent's greatest sin. Once per day for a number of rounds equal to his hit dice, the Cambion can embrace his sin and enter a frenzy state of reaction. While in this frenzy state, his land speed increases by 10, he gains 1... Really? That's it? Not worth the time I spent reading that. Okay, so to keep my backline safe... There's nobody here right now. We're gonna say you and you go for the Metalith. Mike, also go there. Doggy Doggerson, also go there. I am gonna go for Mutasafen.
I don't like you.
And as an alchemist, I think he can throw some bombs, and the bombs can deal very decent damage because I'm not protected against acid or force. So I want to see if I can bring him down quickly. Camellia is gonna try and shoot him.
Your blood.
Cordampina, I guess you can help with some AoE damage here. Just hitting everybody. And Cordampini has a nice initiative roll. Actually, let me check something here. Oh, it doesn't show. Come on, man. It should show. God damn it. I think there is a place where I can see my initiative score. But for the life of me, I can never remember what it is. There you go. Inspirational leader, that's a +3. +6 from dexterity, +2 from pickpocket. Okay, so if I go to you, you only have a 14. Wait, why don't... Ah, you do. Inspirational leader. Dexterity. Okay. So, I rolled low. Let's go for that guy. You will try to disable people, I think, with a web. Since we have a lot and they're kind of spread out, I think it's better to use a web than to use Creeping Doom. Also because of the range, right? Because the range of this is kind of short, and I need it over here. So let's go for an increased DC. Heightened web here, Phantasmal Web, hitting everybody. And let's see how much damage this guy can deal with bombs to my character, because I'm kind of afraid of that. Wow. Everybody got hit by the Phantasmal Web. Not you? You also got hit by it. Awesome. Okay, let's see what you got. Are you tossing out your damage? You are. Dude, she can still deal very respectable damage, even not bolstered or empowered. I'm looking forward to seeing her level up a little bit more. Very, very honestly. So, I'm gonna send every... Oh, we can charge? Ah, god damn it, man.
The light take you!
So, everybody go for him. They're all webbed, so they can't move, actually. Okay, so he decided to buff before shooting his bombs. And in any case, bombs trigger attacks of opportunity. Right? And we hit for a moderate amount of 405 damage. And then Scylla finished him off for 20,000 XP. Now, it's kind of odd to me that Minagho is such a relevant character for the entire game. I mean, this guy is also relevant. It says he died, he didn't actually die, okay? But more on that later. But we've met Minagho from the start of the game. We've been chasing after that bitch for 4 acts. We killed her, and she was worth 6,000 experience, and this guy is worth 20,000. I find that to be a little bit strange. Okay, so now everybody's disabled, Cordampini is awesome, Phantasmal Web is awesome. It's just a matter of killing people. So you see, control spells are very, very good. Echo of Deskari. A monstrous shadow appears somewhere at the edge of your vision. It does not seem to be in a hurry to approach and keeps its distance as it begins to speak. The shadow's voice is very strange. It is constantly shifting. One moment it sounds young and melodious, and the next it rasps and rattles with age. However, despite the different intonations, the voice has a stern, ominous quality that never changes.
I heard your toy soldier crusaders had taken over the Midnight Fane and the rift located there. But I never thought you'd have the nerve to descend into the abyss. I assumed you'd block the underground passages, put guards out by the rubble, and sit there, shaking, waiting for someone to attack you again.
I think Deskari is probably the character with the best voice acting in this game.
I know that, fiend. Champion, this is the Echo of Deskari, the avatar of our arch-enemy. This is a mighty, cunning, and vengeful opponent. He cannot see or hear me, but he will pounce if he knows I am here. He hates everything related to Iomedae. Be cautious.
More on the voice acting part, I think him, Minagho, and Stanton Vane are probably the ones with the best voice acting. I know who you are.
You come from the land of Iomedae's servants. And Iomedae's servants know me, for I have killed many of them.
What do you want from me?
It may surprise you, but nothing. You overestimate your importance, mortal. You probably think your victories in Dresden and the Midnight Fane have dealt us a fatal blow, don't you? But my lord's hordes are endless, and there are other rifts in the wound that will serve our purpose when the hour comes. So no, I did not come here for you, mortal.
You are right, the Midnight Fane is really inconsequential. Just wait until I get started with you. So, after being defeated in Canabres, Dresden and the Midnight Fane, you no longer think those places are significant. How convenient.
Look back across the history of the Crusades and remember how many times you have been defeated. A few scattered victories mean nothing. I was looking for Mutasafen. I need to speak with him. I stumbled upon you by accident.
Mutasafen, okay. And why do you need Mutasafen?
Do I really need to answer that? Well, I suppose there's no harm. Mutasafen is clever enough to work with Nahindrian crystals, and he is a demon. We can finally stop using former mortals like Xanther and Arilu as servants. I had a task for him. It's unfortunate that you interfered with my plans, but that's all right. They will soon come to pass anyway.
I love when enemies are so willing to just share everything.
The paths of evil can be a strange labyrinth. They are not always rational or straightforward. The Echo of Deskari himself could have been considered mortal. After all, the Demon Lord molded him from the souls of many mortal followers. Yet despite his origins, He still despises Xanthur and the Rilu.
What a shame. I killed the demon you were looking for.
No, you did not. Mutasafen can't be killed, at least not by conventional methods. He's probably groveling at Hepzimira's feet by now, begging her not to punish him for wasting a few demons on such a stupid escapade. She will not be happy about that. Oh no, she most certainly will not.
So she's called Hepzimira, not Hepzimira. Okay, Hepzimira. If you don't want to fight, then you can go your way and I'll go mine. Because even if you choose to attack, you can't actually attack him.
Begone, and hope we do not meet again. You will still perish in the abyss. But death by my hand will be far, far more painful than any other possible demise you might suffer here.
Are you sure? I do love the model of Deskari and the Echo of Deskari. I think they've done a very, very good job in this game in depicting the Demon Lords. I love them very, very much. And the Inheritor. The Abyss is full of hideous creatures, but you have just met one of the worst. The Echo of Deskari is an old enemy of mine. He is both vile and cunning. I wish I could comprehend his dark machinations, but I do not understand why he has revealed himself to us in this way. It seems unlikely that he would come here just to gloat. The angel falls silent, lost in thought. Okay, so let's pick up the loot here before finishing up the episode. Now the area is filled with some citizens, but this doesn't change anything for us.
Together we stand.
I'm just looking at my rods here.
Rely on
You got hit?
Already. No one
What did he get hit by?
way.
Okay, sorry, just a little bit of curiosity here. Because what did he get hit for? Mike being awesome. And yeah. So this I think is one of the problems with having the Inciter dispelling. It will also dispel your own stuff. I love removing their buffs, but I'm not so sure if I like having this. So what the hell did you get hit for? Or by? I won't waste too much time here. I'm just trying to see if I can find something quickly. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't... there we go. The Metalith. Attack of opportunity. I guess we moved close to one of them and it got messed up. Interesting. Okay. So not a major deal, but...
All this waiting bores me.
Okay, at least I know what happened. Because with the Bloody Nine being mounted, it's not normal for him to get damaged and the other people not getting damaged.
I will help where I can.
So we have some generic loot here. Where is the loot from Mutasafen? Don't I get to pick up his loot? Game. I thought I was gonna pick up loot from him. Does anyone know? Can anybody confirm in a comment if this is normal? Is it supposed to not drop any loot? Because I could have sworn it would drop some loot. Okay. Any case, it's not that big of a deal. We are gonna end the episode here, my friends. We have reached the middle city. We're gonna have some interesting stuff to check out next, which are gonna be the flesh markets. We're gonna pick up some items and potentially have some very interesting fights as well, because I know a lot of people like to see the fights in the flesh markets. And I'm also looking forward to that. But yeah, for right now, this is it, my friends. I want to thank you all again for being here with me in the channel, watching some Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Questions, suggestions, anything at all, leave a comment below. If you are enjoying the content, consider subscribing for more. Many more videos coming out soon, and it is also a free and easy way to support the channel. I hope to see you all in the next episode, and until then, stay safe, everyone.